Hey everyone, wanted to make a video that might be interesting for all of you otakus out there, but I'm not really sure if you guys are interested, but this is to only certain people that are watching this. Let's see, oh yes, do any of you know what Vocaloid is and such? Those artificial scene synthesizers where a lot of people make music. You see a lot of Vocaloid music these days. I mean, crap loads, and if it wasn't for Hatsune Miku, we wouldn't have this much Vocaloid music, and it's all because of Hatsune Miku that just made the music industry boom, and the Vocaloid company Cryptomedia Productions that created her, basically, and so now we have all kinds of Vocaloids with different voices, different songs, and different creators making their own unique music. And if you guys wondering where you can find more Vocaloid music, I have a few ways to show you how to get them. I mean, well, it's like this for me. I've never actually pirated music before, or not once and not ever have I done it before. Because one, I do not know how to put the MP3 files on my iPod, and plus it just sounds like a lot of hassle. Just one of my friends online says he always constantly downloads his music online, and it always takes them a really long time just to get them for some reason. Just put it on his music player or something like that. So that's another reason, because it's time constraint. And two, I heard that, well, the strange thing I've done research online is saying that you get more viruses out of downloading music than when you go to an actual porn site. That's right. Online they say that you can get more viruses is by downloading music instead of going to a porn site, which is kind of a bit shocking and a little bit unbelievable, but I guess you could say I'm not surprised, since I've got on several viruses on my on my last few computers before. But yeah. So anyways, I'm gonna show you how to get at Vocaloid music the non-pirating way, basically my methods, and get more information about it, basically. So yeah. Okay, so here I am on iTunes, basically. Surprisingly enough, iTunes has a lot and lots of Vocaloid music, though. Usually the keywords will help. Like, for example, if you just type in Vocaloid, it'll only show you a very few amount of Vocaloid albums. But if you type in something in like, for example, Hatsune Miku's name on the search bar, you'll get tons of results. In fact, I'll have to put it down on the camera and just type her name. So give me a second. Okay, then there we go. I typed in Hatsune Miku's name on iTunes. It's loading, and there you go. You have crap loads of Vocaloid music, basically, with iPhone apps, music videos, podcasts, and for a whole lot of Vocaloid stuff. But sure, there's more Vocaloid other than Hatsune Miku, like Kagami Ren, Len, Miguri Luka, Kaito, Gakuba, Megpoint. You can try other Vocaloid names other than Miku's, but it seems that Miku's the #1 most used program, basically, and you'll find mostly you'll find most creators basically using her the most to create music. But basically, see, yeah, there are crap loads of Hatsune Miku music and Vocaloid music in general. I mean, just look at how many results you get there. You see, crap loads of music. Basically, there's even a second page with even more Vocaloid music, which is just eye-popping, and you'll be so surprised on how much Vocaloid music is on iTunes that you'll just have a really hard time deciding which Vocaloid album you want to buy the most. For me, let's see. For me, I've bought a lot of Vocaloid albums on iTunes already. In fact, most of my music usually consists of Vocaloid music, basically. So yeah. But let's see. Or you can just try finding in these albums online and see if you can download them, but I kind of doubt you'll be able to find some of these Vocaloid albums online because, because particularly there are some Vocaloid songs or albums you can't find on YouTube. You can most likely find some on Niku Niku Doga, but that's all I can think about. But if you Google search for the albums of certain Vocaloid albums, you'll probably won't get any results. So the only way to get either get these is just actually buy it with your own money, basically. That is, if you guys have the money to spare, and if you love Vocaloid, just practically buy these albums, basically. And really, just go ahead and buy Vocaloid albums instead of pirating them. And let me think now. What else should I say? Oh yes, that's right. I'm gonna also show you a very special site right now. Just let me type it. Okay, here we are at one of the websites I most frequently go now. It's called JP, basically. You know what JP stands for, right? Obviously you do. But anyways, Guarantee is basically, if I remember correctly, this is some kind of branch site of the Vocaloid company, or no, music making company, Krypton Productions, basically. Guarantee is just basically a Vocaloid music distributing website, basically, and that's the best way to describe it. I'll explain a bit more. How Guarantee basically works is that they give you information about the current upcoming Vocaloid albums coming up, basically, and they also have special events where they have some kind of Vocaloid anniversary or festivals, which is a little bit strange but kind of awesome. Like, for example, they'll celebrate all kinds of Vocaloid's anniversaries, or even a festival and where people will release albums that's sang exclusively by them. So I'll give you advice on how this website works. Okay, as you can see now, these show you different pictures of the Vocaloid albums themselves, basically. If you see that says new, that means that Vocaloid albums recently came out in just a few days. And when it says it's coming soon, that means the Vocaloid album has not come out onto iTunes yet, basically, and you'll have to wait until the specific date for them to come out on iTunes. However, if you're really curious on what the song or album sounds like, you can just simply click on one of them, and you'll have information about the album itself, basically. For example, if you want to hear a sample of a certain album, just click on this and you'll hear it, basically. But so what else? I think that's basically what I can offer. Oh yes, not only that. Let's see now. Oh yes, as there are also several features in Guarantee, such as top, artist, music, mobile, movie, special. Oh, I'm not sure what top means, but I definitely do know what artist means. Like, for example, when someone uses a Vocaloid program, they always make a signature. What's it called? Oh yes, pen name. Each creator that uses Vocaloid program is usually followed under a pen name. For example, I can name a few. Let's see now. A few famous Vocaloid creators are Suki Kazuhito, Toto Boruta, Wawaka. Basically the very famous Vocaloid. Vocaloid music creators. Those are probably the most famous, basically. But there's also lots and lots of Vocaloid artists out there that you have never heard of. And if you're curious, and if you really like that certain Vocaloid artist you just us heard from iTunes or their songs on iTunes, you can just always go to click our artists, and it'll give you a pop-up of all the Vocaloid artists in alphabetical order. Basically, it's really convenient and such if you want to learn more about your favorite Vocaloid artists. And now let me see now. Let me get a little bit of information. You know iTunes, right? Basically, it's like this. There's a sorry. Let me explain a bit more clear. It's like this. There's some music on the iTunes store in the US iTunes store. They have specific music that's exclusive to the US. And let's see now. I try to go to the Japan iTunes to buy all the Japanese anime songs, but the problem is I need to make another account on the Japanese iTunes account in order to buy music off of it. But there's even more technical difficulty. It's like, for example, when I try to switch my iTunes account into the Japanese one, I tried doing that, and I tried buying music off there, but the problem was that the only way for me to buy music off of the Japanese iTunes store is either I buy a Japanese iTunes gift card or use a credit card that's valid in Japan, and that just makes it a big problem. For Vocaloid music, there's absolutely no problem distributing in the Vocaloid music on the iTunes store, or due to the information if I remember. Karen T easily distributes its Vocaloid music on iTunes without any restrictions or anything like that. And for example, not a single Vocaloid album has not been missing. All the Vocaloid albums you will ever find is all in the iTunes store. Or not a single one is exclusive to Japan. Everything is basically this. Vocaloid music is exclusive to the US iTunes store and the Japanese iTunes store and maybe other iTunes store that I'm not aware of, but basically that's pretty much it. They'll release every single Vocaloid album that's out there. So basically, use Karen T if you want learn more of the recent Vocaloid albums coming out on iTunes or any other music stores online, basically. But I'm not sure if any of this is helpful to you since I started on blah blah blah. But anyways, I hope this is helpful for all of you Vocaloid fanboys and fangirls out there that love Vocaloid and want more Vocaloid music, basically. So anyways, I hope this will help you find more Vocaloid music. But anyways, this is the end of, I guess you call it, tutorial or just more of an advice video. But anyways, see you guys out.